Hey guys, and welcome to the Natty Blueprint podcast. This is episode 73. We hope everyone is well. It's obviously been a few weeks since we've last filmed a podcast after the hiatus in Marbella, and then obviously just getting back into normal routine again. Obviously, we've both been kind of back at work, back into the shows and stuff like that. So it's been a busy week or a couple of weeks. I can't remember the last time we filmed. Was it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
Just over
ago?
2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Jesus, man. It goes so quick, doesn't it? Like
it does. So quick.
I was speaking to someone at work the other day, and I was like, "How is it August already?" Like,
Yeah, like literally my July has been the busiest I've ever had. I've had two holidays, obviously work in between and just life admin in between as well. It's been a crazy month. I say crazy, like it's hectic, but I've been on holiday twice, so it's not that bad.
but even that
Um,
feels busy though, doesn't it? Like when you're
yeah, like
away.
obviously like the traveling, packing, get back into routine, and I was straight back into work the following day as
Yeah,
well, and I
so was
was
I.
at work the day before we went away. So yeah, it does take it out of you a little bit. It was more so I went back in the first day. I think that was the Friday. And then obviously we had the weekend off. That having the weekend off screwed me more than going straight back into work. Like I was fine on the Friday. It was just that Monday that we when we went back.
Yeah, just trying to get into the thick of things again. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, it was like I was back in work on the Friday, then on the Saturday had a client photo shoot, Sunday had a show, and then it was like straight back into normal work as well on the
Yeah.
Monday. So
So you
just
didn't even get a break.
it didn't even give me a break at all. I was like straight into it. I've got this fucking cold and stuff as well, which is not ideal. Um,
No.
yeah, mate. Honestly, last Sunday when we were at the show, obviously it's a BNBF show, so we got there with the lads for registration, etc., and then they competed in the morning. But like literally, I got there, my throat was killing, and I was like, "Fuck's sake, here we go!" Like I've got to shout in
Yeah.
the crowd, and
Yeah.
I literally first thing I did went and bought like a pack of Strepsils, had like three of them. And I was like, right, okay, this will do me for prejudging.
Yeah.
We done prejudging, and I was like, and then we walked around the corner, just me and Kate, just to go to Spoons for just a Diet Coke. And I sat outside Spoons, and I was like, fucking hell, I feel
Dead.
so bad, bro. Like I felt awful.
Yeah.
Um, and then I was like, right, okay, like take some ibuprofen, take some paracetamol, and get back in for finals. But
Yeah.
luckily it didn't finish too late. I think we finished at like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So it's
Not
not
too
too
bad.
bad when it's only in Leatherhead, so it's about an hour
Yeah.
away from us. So home by 7, which was nice. Was able to like chill out a little bit, play a
Yeah.
round of COD Zombies with Kate, and then yeah, get straight back into work the next day.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why you've still got the cold because you've not actually probably rested that much.
Yeah, but it's just, and also I think like I've probably been a bit of a tit with training as well. Like I've just pretty much just been like, right, I'm just gonna get back straight to everything, like straight full volume, everything like that. And to be fair, I have been a little bit more sore than usual, but that could be down to the cold and also taking
Yeah.
time away from my usual kind of split and usual movement patterns
Yeah.
for Marbella. But I am glad that I did train in Marbella because I think if I did take like the full 5 days off, my
Yeah.
training would have been shit when I come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
My training has been shit since I've
has
come
it?
back.
Oh
I tweaked,
no.
I tweaked my neck again, but I didn't even tweak it. When was it? So it's all right now. I'm training legs later. I think it was maybe Wednesday night. I woke up in the middle of the night, just like agony. And if anyone knows, every so often my neck just like goes, it clicks, and then it just swells up, and I'm like this,
Can't move, yeah.
and I
Or
literally can't move, and it's just agony for about a day. It then drops off, and I'm fine. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, God, like obviously, you know when you wake up and you're a bit like discombobulated and
yeah.
where you are. I was like, something really hurts, and I went to turn. I was like, no, I can't. And probably for about 2 hours, I was just awake, just stirring in agony. I was like, fucking hell, here we go again. Training's in the bin, but I knew it was coming. For me, when I know my neck's gonna go, basically, there's just this stiffness and tightness. I don't know what it is. Again, I should probably get scans done, but
Should probably
I
get it
don't.
looked at, bro. Just
Yeah,
someone
it's been like it for like 6 years, and I think it's from when I used to back squat. I used to put the bar in a stupid position
mm,
on my neck, and I remember one time it went whilst I was back squatting, and it was just like this really loud crunch. I think it's something to do with two discs that are a bit sort of compressed.
maybe,
It
yeah.
catches the nerve every so often, that then swells, and that's what causes my neck to basically spaz out. But yeah, that was like Wednesday night. I was like, fucking hell, there's training gone for the rest of the week because it's any pressure that I put, like leaning against something, or if I'm leaning over to do a T-bar row, anything like even me like splash my face in a sink. Like if my neck goes up whilst my body's down, it just kills it.
So yeah,
So
it's like your neck positioning. I think pressing's probably the worst for that as well, isn't it?
yeah, so the thing is like when the gym's busy, like I can't be bothered to wait, and I'll just go do something else. So I've purposely taken out Smith machine high incline, and I've purposely taken out the hammer strength incline
Yeah,
because those two movements make it happen. But then when the gym's busy, I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go on it," and I sort of just
yeah,
forget. I do it, and then I hurt my neck. I'm like, "Fuck's sake, here we go."
yeah,
But yeah, it's literally like on the last reps, I'll put pressure in the top of my head, it clicks, and then I'm screwed. I'm like, why did I do that? So
yeah.
yeah, it's an ongoing issue. That's why my training's been just shit this week. I think I've trained twice this week. So
Oh,
it'll be the third time today, and then hopefully next week I can actually get because I don't think all of July I had a decent run of training at all.
yeah, that's frustrating, isn't it? Do you
So
find that you move your neck at all when you are like pressing or doing movements? Like, for example, when some people press, you see this motion, like they press up and then they're like that.
no, it's more so I just end up putting my head back even more and almost like trying to create another contact point with my head where I
Oh,
probably
okay.
should
So
have
yeah,
just
you're like kind of you're not
yeah,
like
I
that.
never
You're trying to
keep
create
my
that.
head
Yeah,
like when I dumbbell press, my head comes off a little bit. It's just more comfortable for me.
yeah,
And then if I get to a rep where it's like a bit of a sticky rep, my head will go down. I will then push my head against the pad, and then
yeah,
that's sometimes when it happens. It more so happens when I'm upright because obviously I don't know, like for some reason my head just wants to go back. So yeah, it's just a bit of a frustrating just thing that I do, and it's always the same movements.
yeah,
Always. I
yeah.
never do it whilst I'm squatting. I never do it whilst I'm deadlifting or anything. It's always the same thing. So my body's just broken, and it's really fucking annoying.
One thing you can do for your dumbbell press is use those Myra Fit pads and just use it as
Yeah,
like a neck elevate.
yeah,
That's one thing I do for all my kind of any kind of pressing motion that I use a bench or something. I'll put the Myra Fit pad there just so my neck is like in a stable position where it's actually like in a because a lot of people like to press with their necks like their chin
up.
slightly
Yeah,
tucked, but then
yeah,
also when they're pressing up, they do that motion where their head rises.
yeah,
So I've just found if my neck's in like, or my head's just in a stable position the whole
yeah.
time throughout the
But not
press,
all
like
the way down. Yeah,
yeah, my head just it doesn't
yeah.
move, obviously.
Like if I run my hand up my top of my spine by my neck, obviously there's a decent amount of gap between each one of your discs, and I get to one of them, and it just feels like they're touching.
Yeah.
So and that's in the area that hurts. So something's not quite right there. I don't think there's really anything that can be done unless I go down the route of like surgery and
I think
causing
you'll probably just have
injection.
to get a scan and see. There might be like some physio you can do for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
neck's obviously a bit of a tricky
yeah.
one
The
to.
thing is, like all my aches and pains that I ever get seem to be located neck, rear delt.
Yeah,
My two rear delt ones were separate occasions falling off things, but you know,
probably all linked though, innit?
yeah,
Like, because
yeah,
I found that a lot of my knee pain came from my hips and my glutes.
yeah,
So yeah, this is kind of the argument, with the seatbelt scenario.
yeah,
I find that if I create more stability around my hips, my knees feel better. So, for example, that gym Leco hack, when I do one or two plates without a seatbelt, that will feel worse on my knees than my top set where I'm doing nearly five plates because I'm using a seatbelt and it's creating
yeah,
more stability around my hips.
yeah,
And I also think that's linked to my glutes, so linked to where my back always went because my glutes are
yeah,
tight. So I think it's all
yeah.
linked in a way.
It's a weird one because obviously, like with the seatbelt, you're creating that stability, but then there's the argument of should you be training that stability so you don't have to do it in the first place?
But that,
Yeah.
but
But
that.
then it's like then you're potentially losing out on stimulus to get up to that point through
Yeah,
your quads. Like it's
yeah.
what
In,
you're trying to do is build your quads on squat. So
Yeah, that's it. Like I literally think of it like I want to put as much tension throughout my quads as I can. So
yeah,
like creating more. I always think with this for training, creating a more stable environment where you can produce more force output is going to
yeah,
be far more favorable than trying to create stability within your. Like it's the same with Bulgarians, right?
yeah,
I will always use. Well, I've been using that pro squat for Bulgarians for probably 2 years now because it
yeah,
creates a stable environment and my glutes are trashed every time
yeah.
I do it.
You can only shift up and down. There's
Yeah.
no
There's no,
lateral movement.
yeah, it
Like
feels nicer on my knees. I
yeah,
find that if I move to one side, I can tweak my knee and then it's
yeah,
the whole rehabilitation process again with trying to.
yeah,
So I think with training, it's like find what works for you, but I think if you can create a more stable environment for majority of your movements, then why wouldn't you? But don't get me wrong,
It's
there
like,
is a place for unstable movements as well.
yeah, it's like the people's biggest issue with Bulgarians, like with a dumbbell, is balance towards an end of
Yeah,
the set, or even balance in general. And if you just remove that, I personally like uh, dumbbell Bulgarian split squats, but a lot of people struggle to even do it body weight. So it's like switch to something that you don't need to worry about
yeah,
balance
like
or
Smith or and something.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But people do get married to one thing. Like we're probably the same. Like we do get married to not one
oh yeah,
idea, but movements that we enjoy that maybe aren't the best in terms of building muscle for certain things. But at the same time, who cares? Who
yeah.
cares?
Yeah, it's just all part of enjoyment at the end of the day. Made a couple of changes to my training just from using a couple of pieces in Marbella.
Yeah,
So when we were in M13, I used the hammer strength leg press, which I haven't used in a long time, and
yeah,
I used the hammer strength incline, and I was like,
yeah,
these feel really good. And
yeah,
I was like, right, okay, what movements are not going too well in my plan at the moment? Pendulum was one of them,
yeah,
and the Atlantis incline was another. So I used to get off the Atlantis incline and be like, it just felt like it got hard rather than my chest felt like it was getting worked.
yeah.
So I was like, right, I'll just switch to the hammer strength. Even though the hammer strength is like piss poor when it comes to
Oh,
resistance profile wise,
it's
I
just
got
like a
off it and I was
wall.
like, fucking hell, that felt great.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes even if it's just changing the exercise, if you've been running it for a long time, sometimes just freshen up and just choosing something else. You've got that kind of mental edge of it being new. Of like,
Yeah,
oh, I want to now progress this because it's new, it's novel. And then if you have to go back to your Atlantis, which we probably will at
yeah,
some point, because there's only so many ways you can press in an incline in that gym. So yeah, just keep switching them until you get where you
yeah.
want.
I think as well, like internal feel is probably a little bit more important than people think. I do
Yeah,
think we've been a little bit manipulated in a way within the industry of it's just all been get strong. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still under that impression. Like I would always say to people, get strong. But I
yeah,
think that you, this is something that I've done throughout the whole off season. Is thinking to myself like when I get off a set, like how did that feel? Like did I
yeah.
feel like I was working my intended muscle? And the Atlantis was falling into that kind of group where it's like it
The
doesn't
shift in weight. Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't really feel like it's working
yeah,
my chest the way I'd want it to. So yeah, and it's the same with the pendulum. Like it was so up and down. Like one week I'd get 7 reps, the next week I'd get 5 reps, and the following week I'd get 6 reps, and it'd just be
yeah.
like such a choppy progression. And I
Especially
ran
when
it
you
for a
get
while.
towards that bit where you are fighting to gain weight or reps on a exercise, you then have that kind of mental thing of like it. You know it's going to be tough, and you need to be 100% locked in to
Yeah,
even match what you got last time. And if that slips a little bit, or your concentration goes a little bit, like especially with something that you're putting like 4+ plates on the side or 4+ plates in general, there's that kind of mental thing where it's like you're looking at it like there's a lot of weight here, there's no room for error, and then obviously then you cock up one week, you then go have another week where it's decent. It's just that kind of back and forth all the time. Sometimes it's better to go, do you know what, let's just choose something else that
yeah.
you know you can run up, it's a bit more stable, or you haven't used for a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I decided to switch it to just a banded, the hammer strength leg press, and I
Yeah,
just put my feet really, really low. Yes,
yeah.
there's a load of heel lift. I don't really care, to be
I've
honest.
started doing it on the
Yeah,
hack squat.
do you know what? It's one of those things that I think again in this industry has just been people have said, oh, more foot pressure.
Yeah,
Do you see
it's
Josh Dandy's post the other day, and he got roasted in the comments.
no,
So he got a couple of like shitty comments because he posted his hack squat and he had quite a lot of heel lift on his hack squat.
yeah,
And a lot of people just digging into him saying he needs to create like full surface area contact, full foot on the pad. And it's like, look, a lot of people can get away with their heels lifting off. And
yeah,
actually, to a degree, like some people just don't have the ankle mobility to try and drive as much knee travel as they would like. So
yeah.
it's like, well, if he
Um,
feels good doing it, do it.
on that, there was a reel that No Switch Fitness posted about that, and it was basically for raising your heels if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
do it all the time. I think it feels more comfortable. Like if I get to a bottom of a squat pattern or like a leg press and I'm fighting to keep my heels down, it just feels trash. And like all my thought process is about, oh, my feet are in the wrong position or this, that, and the other. Whereas if I just allow my heels to come up where they want to naturally, I don't even actually think about my heels coming up. It's just
Yeah.
a part of it. And get way deeper into the squat. It's more comfortable. My Achilles aren't screaming because I'm trying to keep it there. And it just feels more comfortable in your hips as well because you're allowing the knee to go to where it wants and not
Yeah.
stop because of your ankle.
Yeah, you're not going into crazy amounts of hip flexion. You're going into more knee
Yeah.
flexion, which
Which
is
for a
what you
lot of
want
people,
when you
when they
want to
get
train
to,
core.
it's not necessarily a bad thing, but a lot of people, when they get to a bottom of a squat or a leg press, their hips shift forward and they have that little butt wink, which
Yeah,
can cause other issues. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing unless you've already got an issue there. Like for me, if I do that, I'm screwed
yeah,
with my lower back now. Like I just can't do it anymore. So for me, it is take the heels off.
yeah, yeah.
So
I think as well, a lot of things you see when people squat, and this is probably something good for coaches to watch as well if you're reviewing clients' footage, is when they squat, watch their knees. So their knees will come forward, but if they when they get to a certain point when they get deeper and their knees come
the
back,
shift backs, yeah,
they shift back. So they kind of do this motion where they shift forward and back. That's when you know they're just probably going into a little bit too much hip flexion and they want a
yeah,
little bit more knee flexion out of there if they can
yeah,
get more knee flexion there.
yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, team heel lift it is then.
Yeah,
Until one
I
of us
think.
get injured.
Yeah. The thing is, like, you can do them. Like, I pride myself on training smart and with my form being good. I still get injured. So
Yeah,
when people are like, oh, I have fallen into that camp before where it's like, no, your form needs to be perfect, otherwise you're going to get injured. And obviously, on the flip side, you can do some stupid shit as well. But find what works for you and your body for your capabilities. And if you've got pre-existing injuries, do that. Too much of what we do in the industry or what we see in the industry is black and white. It's like no heels off or no seatbelts or seatbelts only. Like it's just choose whatever the fuck that works for you and
yeah.
what you
And what you
like at that
enjoy,
time.
what you can progress. Like
Yeah.
it's not that hard. I mean, when it comes to, like, I was speaking to a client yesterday on a check-in, and I think there's two correlations as well. You know, between the side who are very form based, and then the side who are very like just train like animals, but maybe allow their form to slip.
Yeah.
And I generally think it's from how you got into training. Right, so when I got into training when I was like 15, 16, I was a twat. Like, I was completely like an idiot. I'd go for one rep maxes every single session, every single movement. Like, I'd do leg press one rep max, bench press
Yeah.
one rep max. And I think that I went through the phase of like, I learned how to train very hard early on, but then I had to improve my execution. Where I
Yeah.
think there's another side, or people who go in the gym, they chase the pump, they go down that execution route, but then you have to teach them how to train that
Yeah.
very, very hard and
Yeah.
intensely.
Yeah.
What kind of bracket did you fall into?
I think both,
Yeah, that's
weirdly,
not a bad way, to be fair.
because with certain lifts, I would just be a twat.
Yeah,
Deadlifts, bench. I would even one rep max squat all the time. And I hated squatting, but I used to do it anyway. But pretty much 90% of my other lifts, I've always trained how I train. It's pretty, not reserved, is probably the wrong word, but like really focusing on tempo, counting, things like that. I don't know where I got it from. Like there was no people that I followed at the time. Maybe it was a few people in the gym that I used to train with, but yeah, like for the big movements, I would just do stupid things. Like I knew it didn't build me muscle at the time as well. It was just like, oh, let's see how much I can bench because for
no,
no reason, literally for no reason. Like
I
I
thought
probably
it built
couldn't
me
even do
muscle.
it now. Like when I was probably 19, 20, I say I could bench 120. I could get 120 off my chest. Like it was
Yeah,
like like that. I probably if I just put 120 on a bar now, I probably couldn't even shift it.
no, neither could I. I think I'd
Obviously you've
struggle
got
with a
to,
set of 100, to be
yeah,
fair.
obviously you've got to learn how to like bench properly again, slightly different movement, but I genuinely don't think, and I'm a lot bigger than I was back then as well. Probably couldn't even shift it. So that's how stupid I was being with it. Like
Yeah,
I watch it. I had like the biggest arch in my back. I would shift my hips upwards. I would bounce it off my chest. It was a super, super wide grip. Like, I was like, what am I actually doing? I'm not trying to be a powerlifter here. I'm not trying, like, even if I was trying to be a powerlifter, it's a shit lift. 120. Like,
yeah.
there's people like benching 180 for reps.
Yeah, well,
And I'm
there was
struggling.
a, is it an 18 or a 19-year-old who benched 300? I don't know if you
Exactly. So
saw that. It
what
was
was I even
mental.
doing?
Mental. Like, I couldn't even fathom even unracking 300 kilos or,
Yeah. Like, even just doing like a rack pull for 300 kilos.
Yeah, even like just holding it and like gripping it
Yeah,
out of a
just
rack.
getting it
Like,
off the like. Imagine like starting a rep on an RDL when you're just standing up with it. I couldn't even imagine doing that. I'd probably just go like
yeah,
that.
just fold completely. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah,
But yeah, should we
crazy.
touch on Marbella? I have got a question here
Go
saying
on.
how
Hold
was
that question, then
Marbella?
we'll deviate into our trip.
Yeah. Well, the question is how was Marbella?
Oh, well, there you go. We'll
There you go.
deviate into trip. um, Marbella was good. I think for you it was probably a much more needed break, even though you was probably still the most switched on out of everyone. Yeah, it was good to obviously. I don't think we've ever done anything like that together. Obviously, two couples going out as well. It was a different experience for me. It's not something that I've done before. So yeah, it was really, really good. Enjoyed some good food, some drink, probably too much on some nights.
Yeah.
Probably more so from the girls, but yeah, no, it was a good experience. And obviously, it was a very different, I don't know, the atmosphere that I've experienced in certain parts that we went to. Sort of like, wow, like
Yeah.
there's some big fish here, basically. Like
Yeah. When
obviously,
you're sat in a restaurant, you just see like a matte black Lambo drive past you. You're like, there's
yeah,
levels to this game, isn't there?
cool. And I'm
There's
looking at the menu, be like, what beer do I want?
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man.
no, it was really, really nice. Like, obviously, some of the restaurants we went to, unreal food. Like, it was just nice to do something a little bit different for me as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
unreal.
there's definitely places in Marbella you're like, fucking hell, there's a lot of money here. Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot of money here. But it's nice to see, and it's also nice to experience that as well.
yeah,
Like some of the restaurants we kind of ate in and stuff is you just think to yourself like this is such a
yeah,
lovely place to just be able to just chill out and have a nice meal.
yeah, yeah. Like, you
Um,
wouldn't do it every day, but like, it was, you had to go there to experience it.
yeah, and the gyms were good as well. That was another thing.
Yeah,
I mean, we only trained. Well, I trained three times. You
yeah, I
trained
trained
twice,
twice.
and we only
Yeah.
trained in M13 and oxygen. So we didn't try. Is it paddle? And there's another one. I think
Yeah,
elements. I think.
yes, that's it. Yeah,
But yeah, that I thought, in my opinion, I really liked M13. I thought that was the
I
better
preferred
gym.
M13.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that oxygen was great. Like the kit, fucking
yeah,
hell,
but unreal.
unbelievable
Unreal.
amounts of kit.
But it was like they almost like picked all the best bits of kit, picked it up, and just threw it in there.
Yeah, yeah,
There was like no thought process behind it. Oh, there was. They separated certain brands, but it was just carnage in there.
yeah. It
Like
was carnage,
I
wasn't
couldn't focus on getting a good session. I was just like, what piece of equipment's free? That'll do. I'll go over there.
it? Yeah, and
That
no
was my
one
entire session.
re-racked weights either.
Nope.
At all. Like, so
No.
I was waiting for the RDL rack, and this guy was doing just like 6 sets of squats just with 60 kilos, and then just
Yeah.
left it on the bar, and then just walked away. And it was just like that on everything. Like all the
Yeah.
plates were left on everywhere. Yeah, it was a bit of a mess, but you had like it was kind of like individual rooms of different brands,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Which was a
Yeah. So
bit
like
weird.
outside was hammer strength
Hammer strength,
on
yeah,
like the little balcony, which was pretty cool. Like it was all in one, right? You could sort of see out as well. Inside was a lot of Cybex.
yeah. Well, it was pretty much all Cybex, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, and obviously round the corner was like legs and like pin loaded stuff. We didn't go up top, but there was like an area up top as well.
I was there.
Yeah, where there was a tennis court on the roof.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw a video. I was like, oh, we didn't even go up there, but yeah, it was huge. And then obviously you had that. What was the
Is it Gym 80 outside?
yeah gym 80 like downstairs outside, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another just different aspect to it.
Yeah, it was like new Gym 80 though, like plate
Yeah,
loaded new Gym 80. It looked a bit flimsy, if I'm honest, like
yeah, it did.
those
Yeah,
pieces of equipment.
yeah. Like you had a bit of everything there. Very new kind of modern looking gym, which was really cool. Just for me, it was just a little bit too busy, like with
Yeah.
people and
It gave me
kit.
commercial gym vibes.
Yes, yeah, it was
Like it gave
literally
me
like a
like a
pure
pure gym
gym,
at
but
six
they just
o'clock.
spent millions on it instead.
Yeah, it was like a pure gym 6 o'clock at night, but we're gonna throw the best equipment in there
Yeah,
possible.
so like no one knew what the fuck they was doing, but you had the best kit there, which is
Yeah,
almost like you've wasted it at that point.
yeah. Like I even said to you, I was like, half the people in here don't even know the kit that they're training
Yeah,
with.
they're probably not even looking at that. They don't even know what Cybex or hammer strength is. They just see it as, oh, that's got weights on it. I'll just go up to that.
Yeah, it's
And
mental. Like
that's
they had
literally it.
like all the original Cybex pieces as well, like the hack, the
Yeah,
leg press, the squat press, and like Cybex Smiths everywhere and stuff like that. You just think like
yeah,
these people don't even know how good
yeah.
they've
They're
got
not.
it,
They
right?
can't even appreciate it. And to be fair, probably even the people that own the gym, they might not even know either.
Yeah,
which is
Yeah,
crazy. They've
yeah,
just
it
gone,
was
oh,
so
what's
busy.
yeah, what's expensive pieces of kit here? Let's just get it in and fill the gym up with it. And then on the other hand, you got M13, probably not, I wouldn't say old, but a bit more probably our vibe when it
Yeah,
comes
a
to a
bit more
gym.
bodybuilding vibe, right?
Yeah, selected bits of kit, not loads of kit, not loads of people, some old dumbbells, bit of music, dark, little, not dingy, like it was decent in there, but some very, very good bits of kit, some that I wish that we had access
Yeah,
to.
a lot of the flex
Um,
pieces.
yeah, that flex piece was unreal. I only did like 3 sets on it, but I was like, damn, I wish I had this. But then there's also that when you try something new that you haven't got,
Novelty, yeah.
oh, there's that novelty to it. So maybe after about 2 weeks of running, I'll be like, no, this is shit. But yeah, M13 gym, very, very good. I probably would train there every day if I was like living somewhere like that.
Yeah,
So
I would.
yeah,
Yeah, I think just in terms of like it just is more of a bodybuilding vibe. Even though again that some of the people in there was a bit like there was some more bodybuilders, you could tell
yeah,
that there was more people who, just had a bit more muscle than
yeah,
oxygen, but and people who trained a bit harder as well. Um, but yeah, like you could just the whole setting, like there was chains hung up and things like that. Like it just looked a little bit more kind of put together for a
yeah,
bodybuilding environment,
yeah,
and actually felt like a little bit more comfortable in there to train than I did with oxygen. Like oxygen, it was like just a panic fest trying to get on pieces of
yeah.
equipment.
It's a bit more like social media kind of driven as well.
Yeah,
In terms of, like some of the people that are training, like they're probably there just to take pictures as opposed to actually train. Whereas M13, I think we was the only people in there recording anything. So
yeah, yeah. I actually thought at one point I was like, are they going to tell me that I have to put my tripod away? Because like everyone was just training, right? Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, I want to kind of capture this session a little bit because it's
yeah,
a pretty cool environment.
yeah,
But yeah, really enjoyed like just some of the pieces in there. I thought all the flex pieces are just brilliant. Like that flex ham curl, I think is probably one of the best ham curls I've used.
yeah. It's good.
Um, and then the flex hack wasn't too bad either. I thought that was going to be pretty brutal,
Yeah,
but that was pretty decent. So yeah, the only thing that flex leg press was fucking awful. The
probably.
plate, yeah, the plate loaded one. You were like, just go on that leg press, and I gave it one go. I was like, hell no,
Nope.
hell no. I'll go over to the hammer strength. But yeah, no, the gyms were good, and just Marbella in general was just a lovely place. Like
Yeah,
I would happily go out there and spend like 2 weeks there. So I
yeah.
feel like you obviously you wouldn't be doing the things that we were doing every night, like going out for dinner, and like, I think we ate out literally every single night.
Every single yeah,
Yeah,
and then like drinking every night is that's not the sort of thing you do on a standard Monday to Friday, is it? So
yeah, exactly. But I think if you were there for like 2 weeks, you would just kind of form like a routine.
yeah,
And I'd happily like do my same routine, but there, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Just because it is a lovely place. The weather's nice. It's hot, but it doesn't feel like UK humid heat,
yeah.
even though I
I
had
mean,
to
for
go out
me,
and stuff.
like I've come back to the UK. It's obviously still very hot, but I think I've acclimatized. Where I had 2 holidays, like it doesn't feel hot to me now. And a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, oh my God, it's so hot outside. I'm just like, I'm chill. Like
Yeah.
this is
It's 30
fine.
degrees, I'm all right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and obviously, you struggled a little bit in the heat in
I
terms
did,
of
yeah.
sunburn. Not necessarily the heat itself. It was just trying not to get burnt to a crisp for you.
But
So,
that's the thing. I think I've got a bit of like anxiety when it comes to sunburn, just from Malta when I got severely burnt and it just like
yeah,
ruined. Obviously, it was on the last day, but oh, mate, there's like the
yeah,
plane journey home, the amount of pain I was in, and like even days after as well. I literally had like bottles of aloe vera on me at all times, like trying to calm this fucking sunburn down. It was horrendous. So I think I just get a little bit paranoid where I'm like, I really don't want to get burnt because it fucking
yeah.
hurts.
There's you like slapping on Factor 50, and I'm just like laying there with some
Yeah, I
tap
know.
oil.
I had to buy another bottle of sun cream, which cost me 30 quid just to
Yeah,
protect myself.
God, mad.
Lovely stuff. What did you come back heavier, or did you
I was about 4 pounds up.
really? I came back
Yes.
lighter.
No way.
Yeah, I came back lighter, bro. I was like 2 pounds
Sure.
down, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I was 4 pounds up for about 3, 4 days, and then it dropped off pretty quickly. So I'm about a pound and a half up from where I was, but
That's not too bad.
yeah, I'm pretty chill with food in a minute. I'm just cruising along with 3,000 calories, and if I maintain this week, I'll just bump them up again. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's going all
I'm
right.
I'm definitely at the point now where it's like I think AJ's waiting for me to just be like, yeah, let's diet, bro, and he's gonna drop me in a
Yeah,
deficit.
it's like surprise, we're
Yeah, because
dieting.
I dropped obviously come back from my bed, dropped, and then it kind of like linearly dropped like another pound. And I was like, oh, I wonder if he's going to give me a food bump. And yeah, no food bump. It was just a case
Yeah,
of, yeah, keep going. I have got Boomtown next weekend though, so potentially he was thinking, well, there's no point in giving him
wait
any
for
crazy
that. Yeah,
food.
there's no point putting you in a diet just for that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the next thing, Boomtown on Thursday, which is going to be
Yeah,
a
no,
new experience.
no, fuck that shit.
Mate, I'm literally like behind my laptop screen. We've got all this crap in front of me, and it's just like we've got one of those carts, on wheels that you put loads of shit in, and it's
Yeah,
like a foldable cart. We've got loads of crap. I mean, it's hands down to Kate. She's pretty much been on all of this
yeah,
stuff. Like,
she's very organised with that. I give it to
yeah.
her.
Me, I'm just like, what do I need?
Yeah,
Whey,
we're
supplements,
such men.
yeah, clothes. But yeah, that's the only thing for me. I'm thinking like, how am I gonna like even get a decent amount of protein in there? Because we haven't got like any cooking facilities or anything like
Don't
that.
worry about it, bro. It's fine.
I have to worry about it. I'm autistic with this thing, like. So I'm like, I bought a box of grenade bars, even though how shit they are. I'm just like, well,
What
they're
what you
there.
should get is really easy to use. Get a bottle of I think it's butane or propane. Get a steel, basically camping stove. Just get one of
Yeah.
those. You can cook oats on it. You can cook cream rice on it if you want. You can cook in it. You can put eggs in it. They're decent. I've used them plenty of
Where are we
times.
gonna get the like eggs and meat from though?
I don't know. Take it with you and take
Because
a
you can't bring
fridge.
it in.
Okay, can you not take anything in with
Well, I
you?
don't know if you can. I'm assuming you might be able to bring some food in, but I don't know what the rules are. But I don't know. I couldn't bring like a pack of chicken, like raw chicken in with me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna have to make do with. Obviously, they've got loads of food vendors around there, but I'm not gonna be wanting to eat that like 3 times a day.
No.
So yeah,
Living off
we'll see how
grenade
it goes.
bars.
I might just. Should I do a full day of eating at Boomtown?
Meal one, grenade bar.
Yeah,
Meal two,
meal,
grenade.
meal three, scoop away. Come on, my fucking intestines are gonna be
Yeah,
doing a
God.
backflip.
Yeah, to the ignorant people out there, what is Boomtown?
It's basically like a 3 day festival or 4 day festival, which is a bit of like a rave festival type thing where you camp there. I mean, they've got people like Scissor Sisters there, Madness are there. Then they've got like Sub Focus, Wilkinson, Andy C. So we're mainly going for like the drum and bass side of things. But yeah, to be honest, I know as much as everyone else. I don't
Okay.
really know like
No,
what it's going to be like. I've never done like a festival before where it's spanned over
few
three
days.
days. Usually, if I do a rave, it'll be like a day rave or something, or a little evening
Yeah.
event.
That website's an interesting one, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Oh mate, it's yeah, it just. But we've got
Yeah.
a VIP kind of TP setup thing for just myself and Kate, which is like it's in a like VIP zone as well. So I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit quieter. I've got myself earplugs. I've got myself a sleep mask as well. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to still get some decent sleep because that'll be the only thing that fucks me up is just not sleeping
Not
properly.
sleeping. Yeah. I
Because
mean, I'm
that's
assuming things go on till the early hours of the morning.
mate like crazy. Like some people start sets like 4 a.m. and I'm like, I said to Kate, I was like, I'll go to bed by then. Like I'm in
Yeah.
bed. Like
I don't care how much you like music. Like, obviously, you just take loads of other things, don't you, to keep you awake. So that's what I do. Yeah, I won't lie. It's not a bit of me.
I'll
And
keep you updated.
anyone watching is probably like, yeah, obviously we can tell.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if it's a bit of me. Like I like a day rave, or I like an evening event. I've never been to a rave where it's started at like 10 p.m. and gone into the morning.
Yeah,
I've always just done the day ones because I've thought, well, if I can get back home by 10 o'clock, perfect. So I can get a good night's sleep, wake up next day,
yeah,
pretty much sound. So yeah, we're also debating on whether to leave on the Sunday or leave on the Monday morning. So the closing ceremony finishes at 12 at night. So I'm like, do
yeah,
we pack up the car before we go and then just drive home? It's like 2 hours away. We'll be home by like half two, three. At least I get a decent or a semi decent night's sleep in my own bed
yeah,
and
yeah.
we're at home. We don't have to make that trip in the morning. So
Yeah, to see how you feel like in terms of how the few days go, and then you probably
yeah,
get to the last day and be like, nah, come on, let's bounce.
yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm just hoping they got good signal as well because that could really fuck me up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
if they don't have good signal, I'm fucked.
I don't. I mean, it's going to be packed, isn't it? So
Yeah, I'm just hoping that along where our like TP is and our tents are, I'm hoping that that has decent signal because it won't be
Yeah,
as busy.
yeah, true.
Because yeah, I need to obviously get back to clients and stuff as well, still be working. So
Yeah.
we shall see. Anyway, should we move on to some questions?
Right.
Rosh Dogs asked most absurd things you've seen people in the industry do, whether that's in the gym or the industry.
Absurd thing.
Fucking hell.
Um, Coaching mentors. That's pretty absurd.
Yeah, that's pretty mental.
It's just, yeah, I look at it. I don't see how anyone. It serves its place before I start. Um,
Does
from
it?
a point of when you're looking at it from an outsider, it just looks cheesy.
Hmm.
It's just like, hey, it's 10K months and six figure. Like it just turns it like if I was a client looking at my coach involving themselves in that, I wouldn't feel very important.
No, you'd feel like a number, or you'd feel
Yeah,
like a price tag.
yeah. Like yes, coaching is a business, but if you're just regurgitating business, I guess jargon to your social media and coaching people, I think it just looks a bit shit to me
Yeah.
personally.
I mean, another thing as well is you you see coaches who have just started out, they get a business mentor. The business mentor then posts them saying, "Oh, 0 to 50 clients in 6 months," and I'm like, "Ugh, that coach is probably not at a level yet where he can coach 50 people at a good
No,
standard."
no,
And he just hasn't let it grow organically.
yeah,
Um,
and the tactics used to get clients overboard and how they're projecting numbers is it's just it's not truthful. Let's just put it that way.
and I'd love them to post their retention rate as well.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
So it's
that's
like,
all
yeah,
well and good saying you've
you
got
might
50
have
clients.
30 clients, but do they leave after 4 weeks? Probably.
Yeah. And they say, oh, 0 to 50 clients, cool. If you're putting that in a 6 month setting, they might still only be left with 12 or 10 clients. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it's not a great thing
No.
to
It's
really
something that
understand.
annoys me a little bit, which it probably shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah, well, I think people have lost the thought process of just trying to grow their business organically.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize, first 2 years of my coaching, I literally had sub like 5 clients for like the
Yeah.
first 2 years.
Yeah.
I just kept at it and I just like kept posting things that I wanted to post and obviously didn't really get down the marketing thing too much. I probably people probably look at my page now and probably don't think I market myself very well,
Yeah.
but I just post what I want to post. And if a client
Yeah.
looks sick,
And that is your marketing. Like
that
it's
is
you.
my
That's
marketing.
what people
That's
sign
me,
up to.
you know.
Yeah.
That's my personal brand. And I think yeah, people just lose that. They just don't want to put in the nitty gritty work and actually develop themselves as a coach. They just
Yeah.
want to jump to be, you know,
They just
this
want to
Mr.
earn the
Worldwide
money
coach.
without actually, yeah, that's all they're interested. Like, I get it. Like, yeah, earning decent amount of money, it's nice, but if that's all you're interested in at the expense of your clients, you're probably in the wrong industry.
Yeah, and also coaching is very glorified
Yeah,
when it's actually when you're working with, for example, when we were in Marbella, we were going to bed at like 12, 1 a.m. in the morning. I was setting alarms for because I know my clients and when they check in, and so they're on daily check-ins, so I know when they're going to check in, and I was setting alarms on my phone to wake up to reply to them, to then go back to bed, to then wake up to reply to them.
yeah,
And I'd wake up and I'd obviously be the most choppy sleep I've had because I had to wake
yeah,
up 3 times in the night to reply to
yeah,
someone or reply or in the morning, let's say. But you know, I hadn't got 6 hours sleep in. It was like 5 hours
yeah,
that was just chopped up. Um, and it is very glorified. Like sometimes when you look at your phone and you've got over 50 WhatsApp notifications, it's like it
it
can
is
be a
a,
bit like fucking hell, like you know,
yeah,
it's quite daunting going into
yeah,
that workload. And then you get down the degree of which you know I struggle with is this kind of work anxiety, where it's
yeah,
like I struggle to switch off. If I have a message, I feel like I need to reply to it straight
yeah,
away. You know, and it is a very, very glorified industry, and you've got to actually enjoy coaching and helping people before you enjoy the financial element of it. But
yeah,
unfortunately, the financial element is pushed a lot harder.
yeah. Yeah, no one talks about the ins and outs of the actual coaching. They all just talk about how much money you can make or, oh, you get to work from home. Like, yeah, but guess what? You sit in your room for 12 hours at a time doing check-ins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you actually enjoy?
Try do 20 check-ins in one day and tell me
Yeah,
how you feel. Like you're mentally just melted.
yeah, exactly.
Um, yeah, it's a great job. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
But it's also very glorified in the fitness industry,
yeah,
especially if you really care as well and you want to give a good service to everyone. Like it is very very highly glorified.
yeah.
Most absurd things you've seen in the gym. I've seen someone use a lifting belt to do a tricep pushdown recently. That was brilliant. And then I've also seen someone cuff their elbow to a cable stack and then put another cuff over their wrist to do a tricep press down. So the other cuff is keeping their elbow in a stable position to do a tricep press down. That's probably the most absurd things I've seen recently.
Really? I bet
Yeah.
he had about 4 pounds of muscle on him.
It was 120 pounds wet, like wet through.
Like, I get it, like, cool if you enjoy doing that, but it's not what's going to build you a great physique.
No,
Oh,
it's just crazy, isn't it? I think that yeah, it's just this TikTok phase that you're seeing with a lot of things. Also, those like kind of one rep maxes, or people just the isometric holds on the loads. Have you seen them? Where
no,
people
haven't
just
seen that.
basically like just they'll grab something and they'll like for example a press and they'll press as hard as they can against the load, but it won't move. But
Oh, yeah,
they'll
no, I have
use
seen
that as
it.
applying tension. It's like just bruv.
No,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
luckily I haven't seen that in our gym so far.
the craziest thing I've ever seen in a gym, I say the craziest thing, it probably isn't, but like something that sticks out when I was in the gym group, I used to train quite late, like 10 p.m. kind of vibes. And I was midway through a session, and this guy just walks in a suit. The train station, the gym was near a train station, so I was like, oh, maybe he's come in after work. He's
After
gonna
work,
go in.
yeah.
He's gonna go in, get changed. And I looked at him, I was like, he hasn't actually got a bag on. Fair enough. He then just sits down on a lat pull down, just bashes out some sets, and he does his entire session in leather shoes, full suit, tie, buttoned up to the top,
What the
no
fuck?
fucks given.
What the fucking hell.
There's a
Does it drive you mad when people wear jeans in the gym?
yes.
Yeah, I just think to
Oh,
myself,
what are you
like,
doing, bro? I
yeah,
mean, it
just
probably drives people mad that I walk around in my socks, but
yeah, or I walk around in baggy clothes, but
yeah, yeah,
or a hoodie in
yeah,
fucking summertime.
yep. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
for
I
me,
just
I
think
just feel comfortable when I'm walking around without shoes on. That's my
yeah, you need a pair of Vibrams, bro, and then you'll be loving
no.
it.
Yeah,
Get a
God,
pair of Vibrams in your life.
yeah. I think I'll get some looks in.
Um, Roshan, I can't ask your other two questions because we'll probably get cancelled from them, mate. He did ask me yesterday in the gym. He's like, "Where's the pod?" And I've got a few questions, and obviously these are
Yeah,
the said questions that he would like to ask. Um, Fat to
yeah,
Fit has asked, "Hope you boys have had a good time away. How did you rate the gyms up there?" I think we've kind of answered that, and we would definitely say if you go to Marbella, try M13 first. Try them all. Like, I'd say like people's
yeah,
preferences are going to be different, but I think with Fat to Fit, I think he'll probably prefer the M13 kind of vibe and setting.
yeah,
Even though the kit's probably not as good as Oxygen in terms of like the amount of selection you've
yeah,
got in Oxygen. Oxygen's
yeah, yeah. I
just
think if
manic,
oxygen, if you knew what was in oxygen and you planned out your session and you went in and it was quiet, I think
unbelievable.
you'd have a great
Yeah,
session. But you walk in there and it's just carnage to the point where not only is it busy on the bits of equipment, it's busy in the walkways as well. So it's not
yeah,
like you can just stand and wait for a bit of equipment. You have to stand off to one side. So
and
yeah,
also the people who are on the equipment will do like 5 or 6 sets. It's
yeah,
those type of trainers.
yeah,
It's yeah.
yeah.
Um, Pork mince or sardines as your only protein source forever. I'm going pork mince.
Walk-ins.
Yeah, I can't imagine sardines being the most
No,
ideal. Yeah, that'd be grim.
not good. Yeah,
Imagine sardines and rice. Do you reckon
but
people actually do that?
probably there's some interesting
Well, they're
food
very
choices. Like,
cheap, aren't they? I know that sardines are
yeah,
like, super cheap.
just
Um,
open it up in a can and probably just neck it.
yeah, I can imagine pork mince isn't that bad. I'm not a massive pork lover, but like
It's a dirty meat, but yeah, it's fine.
I couldn't imagine it being as bad as sardines though.
You could make some
Um,
patties out of
this
it.
is a good question from Harry. If you had to give up either bodybuilding or coaching, which one would it be?
coaching.
Yeah, I think it depends on what he's saying about body. If he's saying competitive bodybuilding,
Yeah,
what would it be? Like, I think we could phrase if it was just solely like you couldn't go to gym, bodybuild, or you couldn't coach.
yeah,
My love for coaching stems from my love for bodybuilding. So
exactly. Yeah,
I would have to give up coaching because I
yeah,
don't know how I'd feel loving bodybuilding but not being able to do it and
yeah,
then watching loads of other people do it or guiding other people towards it. I'd also
yeah,
feel like a bit of a fraud as well, if I'm honest.
yeah. Imagine just not going to the gym and 10 people had to go to the gym.
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah, that's brutal. But if it was competitive bodybuilding, that might be a tougher question.
No,
I
I
don't
mean
know
you're more of a competitor than I am, so it's an easy one for me.
what you'd rather give up competitive bodybuilding than coaching, or you'd rather give up coaching than competitive
If it
bodybuilding.
was just my ability to compete versus coaching,
Yeah.
I'd probably, I don't know.
I find it difficult because obviously I coach competitors, so I do get a big buzz off their show
Yeah,
days. Probably a bigger buzz off my client show days than I did my own. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I can't answer that one, Harry.
I'm not sure on that one.
I am leaning towards giving up more so competitive bodybuilding than the
Yeah.
coaching side of things there.
Factor Fit has asked your favorite low calorie takeaway. If I'm getting a takeaway, I'm not worried about how many calories are in it.
Uh, so my low favorite low calorie. To be fair, like with takeaways, I don't really go crazy anyway.
I mean, yeah, it'd probably be like a Nando's if we're
Yeah,
classing that as a
it's a
takeaway.
Nando's, it's sushi, it's potentially Thai food.
Yeah.
Um, anything that's just not full of fucking grease, like.
Yeah. So
But
basically, if I'm concerned about what my body and scale is going to look like, I won't get a Domino's.
no, yeah, it's just. But even a case of if you've got medium Domino's, is it going to be that? If you
Yeah.
handled it appropriately throughout that day, it's probably not going to be. And maybe the next day pull back a little bit of food as well. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, but like if I'm getting a Domino's, I'm
It's
getting a large Domino's. I'm getting some cookies. It's going to be like a 5,000 calorie feast.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I could do that anymore. My appetite's fucking
Pizza
dropped
all
down.
day. There's just something about pizza that I could just bottomlessly eat.
Mm. My calzone in Marbella was very good.
It did look good.
Um, would you rather clip? Oh God. Would you rather clip your two front teeth with a nail clipper or put a pin in every toenail and kick a wall? Oh.
Who the fuck's asked that?
HB
Oh,
fault.
what was the second one? Don't read out the first one again because that made me feel a certain way.
Yeah. To be fair, I think we're going to agree on this. Or put a pin in every toenail and kick a wall. I'm kicking a wall all day long. I'll do it twice. I'll do it. Honestly, I'll do it twice.
Yeah, no, the tooth one that makes me
If
feel
you're
weird.
clipping your teeth,
Yeah,
like,
shut up.
like just imagine how
Oh,
sensitive that would
no,
be, though.
let's
Like,
move on. That's made me feel weird.
you wouldn't be able to drink, eat.
But
Oh,
the thing
have
is,
you ever clipped? Have you ever like chipped your tooth?
I've broken my front tooth like in
Oh,
half, so it makes me feel weird.
yeah. It's just it's brutal that feeling though.
Mm.
How sensitive they get and stuff. Like, I
Oh,
feel like the pain of kicking a wall with pins in between your toenails. I feel like that would be a very. It'd probably cause a lot of damage. Like you probably wouldn't be able to walk. But I
yeah,
feel like
but
the
just the
pain of that would be a lot
sensation.
less. Yeah, a lot less. I don't know, volatile compared to a clip in your teeth. I feel like you kick
Oh,
a wall, you'd be like, yeah, fuck, that
fuck, that
hurts,
hurts.
and then you'd
Move
probably
on.
have to go to the doctors and get it sorted so it doesn't get infected, pulled out, and all the pins pulled out. Um,
Uh,
but then you'd probably get bandaged. And I reckon it would heal within like 2 weeks.
yeah,
But yeah, clipping your front teeth that's brutal.
grim, grim.
That's all my questions, bro. Because I can't read two of
Yeah,
questions, Russians,
question.
question.
Um, Side note, I know this is not podcast. Has Kate left yet?
Yeah.
Noted, because I'm in the room.
Oh, okay. I think she's
Yeah,
just left.
Okay, cool. We got a bit of
Got
time.
we got 10 minutes then, if that.
Cool. I just had a thought. I was like, oh shit, I've occupied the room. um, Rosh has asked, are there any trends in the fitness industry that you worry about for the future of bodybuilding?
I feel like they just get figured out in the end.
What's that?
I feel like they just get figured out in the end, don't they? Like if there's any trends that I think that are just not viable or are just not going to last, they usually don't.
Yeah.
I think even every single trend in bodybuilding just like they just pass, and then
They
people
go in
just
sort of
don't.
waves and cycles, don't they?
Yeah,
So,
it's the same shit. Like if you've been in the industry for 10 years, you'll see the same thing just come up
yeah,
again and again and again. And that's why I think a lot of more experienced people just say do what works for you now, rather
yeah,
than you
yeah,
must follow this said trend.
yeah. I
I think
agree.
there's a lot of positive trends though as well, like more driven towards health. Just again a lot more knowledge in certain aspects of things. So I think that's a good sign. But yeah, I think there's also like it's more so training trends. I would say is the bigger issue than
Yeah, yeah.
outside the gym kind of trends.
Just easily influence people as well, like the younger generation getting into it. Like when we were starting, it wasn't any like us to follow this kind of way of training because it wasn't driven by social media. But now, obviously, someone new getting into the gym, I wouldn't say they get into the wrong piece of content, but they get into something that they see, they're just going to follow that blindly.
Yeah, yeah. Just I think it's up and down at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
But I think it always will be. And I followed trends. When I was younger, I was very easily influenced with trends. But now I just kind of look at them and be like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna keep doing what
yeah,
I'm doing.
yeah. You know what works, you know what doesn't work.
That's it. That's
Keep
it.
doing it.
You done with questions?
Yeah, I can't really ask the other one, so
Typical Russian question then, yeah?
let's not go down the racism route.
Yeah, he's asked me a couple of racist. Racist?
Racist.
Racist. Oh, mate, I'm fucking tired today. This cold needs to shift, bro. Like, done with being ill, and I want to get this shifted before Boomtown. But yeah,
Yeah,
should we call it there?
I think we got there. Good time
Cool.
to end.
Thank you, people, for listening to episode 73 of the Natty Blueprint podcast. We appreciate everyone's questions as well. And make sure you leave a like, comment, share on your stories as well. We always appreciate the story tags and people listening in. And we will catch you very, very soon. Cheers.